Hello and happy holidays to you. I have the only red things on that I own and a little tiny Santa hat clip, which may or may not stay on. So I'm wishing you all the best, and we are going to do my holiday workout number 2. Today we are going to focus on glutes, hamstrings, a little bit of quadriceps, but mainly chest and triceps. So what I have with me today is dumbbells. You can choose your own weight. I've got heavier weights, my choice. You do you, whatever works best for you. And go heavy as you need to. It's mainly going to be strength training today. You will have done some kind of warm up, maybe a range of motion, some balance work. You could do the beginning of the other video that I've done, or any number of formats on my videos that have balance and that kind of a beginner warm up or range of motion warm up. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to start off, as always, with legs. You should always start with your legs. Don't start with your upper body unless you're planning on doing just upper body. So I'm going to start, I've done my warm up. I'm going to start with my deadlifts. You have 2 options. I'm going to pick up my weights, and you can do a Romanian stiff-legged deadlift, RDLs they're called, micro bend in the knee, your shoulders are back in space, in their place, and you're going to take your weights close to your leg, micro bend in the knee, and you're going to go to the point where you feel like your lower back is going to round out. I'm going to recommend that you tuck your chin as well. If you find that this is too difficult, you're going to do a kickstand. So you're going to have a little bit of balance for that. And so for that, I would recommend doing perhaps less reps because you're putting a little bit more weight on the front leg. So join me in whatever works for you. Shoulder blades are down and back. If you have a hard time with RDLs, it is certainly okay to bend your knees a little bit more. You're taking your butt towards the back of the room. Breathing. Shoulder blades are back and down. Your chin is tucked. You have some music on that perhaps you like. And you're going to follow along. So this works your hamstrings as well as your glutes. I'm going to stick with the stiff-legged. I love the RDL for myself because it gives me a stretch in the hamstring. Many people are scared of doing deadlifts. They're actually a very, very vital part of training and muscle strength and functional training, because you're always going to be picking things up off the floor. Back strength is super important. Now, they are controversial to anybody who has some kind of spinal disc issues. So you do you, and you will be making sure that your form is perfect. So we're going to go for 15. And of course, because I'm chatting, my counting is not great. So I'm going to say that's 15. So now I'm going to take the weights down, and I'm going to throw in just a little bit of inner thighs. I'm going to use my weight, my kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell for this. I'm going to take my legs nice and wide apart. Toes are forward, shoulders are down and back, and I'm going to go side to side, keeping that leg straight. The opposite of the side that you're going to, you keep that leg straight. And we're going to go to 20. 20. Perfect. Now I'm going to throw in a little bit of cardio. So shoulder blades are down and back. You can do this with the dumbbell as well. We're going to do some kettlebell swings. So you're using your hip for momentum. I strongly believe in doing my Russian kettlebell swing and not doing the American one that goes overhead. It's my choice. If you like to do the American one, you can. You do you. And we're going to go for 20. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go to chest press. So I love to do several different things in a row and then go back to the first one and do 2 to 3 rounds. So I'm going to be doing my 4 things, and then I will get you guys to pause the video. I like to do 2 to 3 rounds. Generally, I do 3, sometimes 4. It's up to you, but you're going to pause the video after I finish and carry on, and then come back and join me, okay? Isn't that lovely about YouTube that you can do that? So I'm going to get down to the floor. I'm going to grab my weights, take them up, and I'm going to be doing my chest press. So down and up. Core is nice and tight. You're going to make sure your weights come above the chest, not your beautiful faces. Elbows come down. Touch, but don't rest. And your elbows are coming down beside your chest. And I'm going to 15. And then I'm going to take my weights and come back up. All right, we're going to go back to our deadlifts. So pause the video, do it again. Meet you back for the next round. All right, round 2. We are now going to carry on with those inner thighs, and we're going to be doing a sumo squat. So you're going to grab your dumbbell, whatever weight you've decided to use. You're going to take your legs apart, toes are pointed out. And when you come down, you don't want to have your legs too close because your knees are going to go out like this. You also want to make sure that when you're squatting, your butt comes back like you're going to sit in a chair. So I'm going to grab my weight, my toes out to the side, shoulder blades are down and back, and I'm going to come down and back up. Nice and slow. This works your inner thighs and your quads. A little bit of glutes, hamstrings, but primarily inner thighs and quads. And you're going to go to 15. And then you're going to hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the weight down. Come on up. All right. So now that we've done our sumo squats, we're going to go to side planks. So I always love to include core, as you all know. So I'm going to get down to the ground, and I'm going to get on that elbow. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to push this leg into the floor. My body's in a straight line. The other leg is up. I'm going to reach and pull. You do not let your shoulders sag at all. We're going to go for 15 per side. This works your outer thigh on the bottom leg. Make sure you've got the knee coming up. 14, 15, perfect. All right, let's go to the other side. Same thing. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, reach, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Now pop yourself back up, and we're going to go for shoulder press. So I've got some lighter dumbbells here. I've got 10s I'm working with. This is going to include some balance work. Yay. All right, so taking our arms up. Here's for your shoulders. You're going to stand on one leg. The other leg is on its toe, or you may have it up. And you are going to do the shoulder press. Keep that arm up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Core is nice and tight, and go. This is deceptively hard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I highly recommend that you start with a lightweight to do that one. All right, now the fourth thing we're going to do is we're going to get back down on the ground, and we're going to do some hip drives. Hip thrust, hip drives, whatever you want to call them. So I've got my weight. Lie down, set myself up, legs, so that your feet are underneath your knees, not too far in and not too far out unless you really want to work your hamstrings. Then you can go a little further out, but the target is the glutes here. So here we go. Up and back down. Squeeze the bum on the way up. I want you to think about a pelvic tilt, and I want you to line your hips up with your ribs. So tighten your core. I also have some booty belt things that I put both dumbbells in. I might do a little product review on that and give you my thoughts. And our goal is 15. Then I want you to hold it up. And what we're going to do to further work the inner thighs is we're just going to go in and out and squeeze the bum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So you've done your sumo squat, you've done your side plank, and you've done your hip thrusts and your shoulder presses, not in that order. So that's 4 things. I do 2 to 3 rounds. Press the pause button, do it all again, and I'll meet you back here once you've done your rounds. And now we're going to get into a little bit more upper body. So we're going to do core and upper body. We're going to do triceps. We've done our legs, and glutes. So I'm going to take my lighter weights. These are 10s. You do you, like I said. And I'm going to be doing tricep kickbacks. So I always like to tell my clients, shut the car door with your butt so that you're in the right position. So you wouldn't have straight legs because you're not going to do a very good shut the door. You're also not going to have a pelvic tilt forward. You've got to have the same position as you would for your deadlifts, not going down as far. So slam the car door with your butt. Pretend you have grocery bags in your hands. Suck your tummy up, neck in line with the spine. Pull up your weights and triceps, kickbacks. Shoulder blades are in place. Try not to swing the weights. They come to 90 degrees, and you're just going to straighten them out. 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Okay. Your core, you're going to come down. You're going to either hold the weights or come flat on the floor. You're in a high plank. Your legs come out into a jumping jack position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And squeeze the bum. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So that's going to be more shoulders, core, a little bit of cardio as you can see. And now I'm going to go into a chest fly. So I'm going to come back down on my back and I'm going to angle myself a little bit so that my arms don't hit the wall and you'll still be able to see my form. So I'm going to take it down and I am going to take my legs up so that I can work my core, and I'm going to come out into a chest fly. So semicircle arms, and I'm going to come up and crunch. You do not have to crunch if you have neck issues or back issues. And if you have very inflexible hamstrings, you're going to bend your knees to a tabletop. Knees right over hips. And breathe. And one for good measure in case I counted wrong again. So there you have it. That is your workout. I want you to do another round of all of those. So we did your tricep kickbacks. We did your mountain climbing series, which was your jumping jacks for 10, mountain climbers for 10, leg raises for 10, all in a high plank. Then we turned around onto our backs and we did a chest fly with a crunch at the end. I hope you've enjoyed that workout. It's short, it's sweet. If you want to do just one round of everything, do 2s, pause the videos, or 3 of each, pause the video, and you've got a longer workout. So have a happy holiday season. I can take this silly thing off now. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to see because I absolutely love to help. Take care. You'd be helping me out a lot too. Have a great day and happy holidays. See you for the next workout. Nice and wide apart with your fingers so that you can screw in the floor and be really, really sturdy. Into your plank, you're going to keep that plank, hands are right under your shoulders, and you're going to go for 10. Then you're going to do 10 mountain climbers. So your form stays like this, your upper body stays still, you're not going super fast. You've got that plank. And then you're going to raise alternating legs. And remember to breathe. All right, the other thing that we did on the floor was for core, your elbow nice and solid under your solid shoulder placement. So don't make sure you're not sagging into it. You're going to place that leg right beside you, straight down from you. Raise the other leg, the arm goes out, and you're going to pull in. Now, lots of people like to do this. I encourage you to open up. So you're going to do 15 per side, however many sets you're going to do. Then the other thing that we did on the floor was your hip raises or your hip thrusts or hip drives. It's for the glutes. You're going to lie down. Make sure there's no arsenal to smack your head on. You're going to take your weight onto your hips, feet right under the knees. Yeah, there you go, hitting my head. And you're going to put your hips up, thrust them up. And squeeze the bum. Have a tight core. Push your feet through the floor. And then once we finished that, we did a pulse on the knees. So you're going to imagine that there is a little squishy ball between your knees, but you're also going to squeeze your bum the entire time. And that is the proper form and technique for your hip drives. All right? Trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, the flies. So for your flies, you're on the floor. I'm taking the lighter weight and I'm going to angle again so I don't hit the wall. I'm going to take my weights right over my chest, palms facing each other. My legs are in the air or bent to 90. I'm going to take my weights out in a fly, semicircle, and come up, semicircle, come up. Keeping the palms facing each other, core is nice and tight. You're squeezing your butt at the top, or your tummy. You're doing a crunch. If you have back issues or neck issues, you may keep your head on the floor and just squeeze your belly and do your flies. So you're doing 15 of those as well. There you are. There's the proper form for the floor work.